Finally, after almost an entire month from the initial 1.0 release of the C-Mod menu, I'm proud to announce version 1.2. Yo, hold on. Where the fuck is version 1.1? Well guys, the update to the menu is finally here. The reason I've been waiting so long for the release of this version of the menu was due to the mod loader that was being created by Russell. With this mod loader, there's no need for Simba or any other method to open menus, it just automatically opens, and that sounded like a really good payoff for me to wait. So a quick thank you to Russell for creating this behemoth of a mod loader and making modding so much easier. This time around, there's going to be a few extra steps in installing the mod menu. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to the Nexus Mods link and extract it like normal. Next, you're going to see three things inside of your folder. There's going to be the version with Simba, there's going to be the tilde mods, and then there's going to be the logic mod. So first, you're going to need to take the contents of the tilde mods folder and put it in your tilde mods folder. If you don't have a tilde mods folder, that's fine, you can just place this in your pack folder. Next is the contents of the logic mods folder. You will have to create a logic mods folder within your pack folder, because if you do not do this, it will not work. The mod loader will not recognize the mod menu and will not open it. So ensure to have a logic mods folder and place the contents from my logic mods folder into your logic mods folder. With that step complete, the next thing you're going to need is the mod loader itself. The second link in the description below contains the GitHub page in which the mod loader is located at. All you need to do is go download it, extract its contents, and there you go. You just open up the exe before booting up Kingdom Hearts 3 and you're set. Again, you will need to open up the mod loader first, and this window should come up. It should look like this, and then you just open up the game. This is what it should look like once opening up the game. You see, I also have this little error here. It shouldn't mean much. As long as it looks like that and changes after you open up the game, it should work. And there you go, you can see that even on the title screen, the mod menu is open. This time around, the menu looks really different and contains a lot more things. First off, there's the normal character selection screen, where I've added Mickey from the Keyblade Graveyard fight in Remind. But since he's slow, I made him fast. The game kind of freaks out when you start playing as Mickey, so every time you switch to him, you're going to have to reset the level. This is due to Mickey just messing around with the triangle prompts of the game and not really allowing you to do anything after switching back from him to a different character. Something super buggy that's a part of this version of the mod menu is instant character switching. While in combat, when you click R3 on your controller or X on your keyboard, you can instantly switch to a different character. This is super buggy since it resets the revenge value of any boss you're going up against, and it doesn't really account for your party members resetting them as well after you switch. So again, it's in a very early state, and I mostly added it for fun. One last thing I did with the character selection was give the option to select your character and party before data boss fights and Yazora's fight. With this screen, you can choose whatever character you want to play as well as choose up to 6 party members. Something to note is that KH3 Riku is quite buggy. Whenever you choose him, the boss fight usually starts out in a really weird way as seen on the screen here, so do keep that in mind when choosing him. All the others though start normally as if you just started a normal boss fight. Another really cool thing that I was able to get working were the party members. They now show up in the HUD and team attacks work with them.
Why me?
The only ones that still don't really work are Axel, Kyrie, and Roxas. And yeah, I added one of the most important party members in existence. I fucking added Boo. On the enemy selection screen, I've added a bunch of the base game bosses, Heartless, Nobodies, and Unversed. To me, I feel like this part of the menu is completely finished since I've added basically all of the bosses and enemies in the game. Here and there I can add a heartless or two that I may have missed if it's recommended in the comments below, but if not, I'm probably going to leave this as is. Next up, I've added a level loader which lets you easily go to places you normally wouldn't be able to go, making traveling a bit easier to do. I plan to add a bunch more levels in the future and possibly reach every single save point in the game, as well as a bunch more maps that aren't usually accessible through the game. I feel like with the use of the level loader, it's a lot easier to go to places, as well as not having people forced to type in a really long code to try to get to a specific map. One last really minor update is the update of the vehicle selection screen, which contains the 3 Gigases, pirate ship, and the Lushu Luxo Ball, but its real name is just the Luxo Ball. Now, on the other side of the menu, I've added a lot more interesting cheats that may be useful for some people. The first thing I've added is a toggle BGM button, which lets you easily turn the BGM on and off. The next thing is something that I think a lot of people will like, and it's a toggle HUD button. The reason this is considered unstable is because it causes you to default back to Sora if you are switched to any different character. So if you are Roxas and click this button, you will default back to Sora and will have to switch to Roxas again. And the newly added no clip is exactly as it sounds. It allows you to fall in place and clip through walls. Clicking H on the keyboard or R2 on your controller allows you to increase your height. And with that comes the conclusion of everything that was added to this version of the mod menu. If there are any issues or bugs, either let me know down in the comments below, join my Discord server and tell me there, or tell me on the Nexus Mods page, and I'll try to fix it as soon as possible. And one last thing I wanted to talk about before I go is about Joseph and Russell. These two have single-handedly formed and shaped Kingdom Hearts 3 modding to their own will. They've created a custom Unreal Engine 4, created the mod loader, and also created the U project in which my mod menu is created from. Without this U project, it basically would have been impossible for me to get a lot of core things working, such as party members. Another thing I had to do was go basically rebuild the entire mod menu from scratch, since the U project is so much more reliable than the other methods I was using in the past. Basically, what the U project does is reference a bunch of the code in which the game has, allowing us to call things directly from the game itself in a working order. I cannot emphasize how much work these two have put into this. Russell's mod loader is another big factor in which my mod menu depends on, so I again cannot thank them enough for the amount of work that they've done, and honestly, like, modding would not be at the point it is right now without these two. So make sure to check them out in the description below, because they both also make their own content as well, and they're just generally cool people you should just want to check out. Some other people who helped out with this version of the mod menu were Xyblade7 and Blaster Grimm. Xyblade7 helped me get the Luxo Ball working in my menu after him figuring out himself, and Blaster Grimm helped me with a few of the things that went into allowing you to choose characters before data boss fights. And with that, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.